Hey guys, so for the last 2 weeks you guys have been working on two commands, or as they're also called, informal commands, which we use with people that are our peers, someone younger than us, family members, basically people when you're in an informal or casual situation. This week though, we're going to switch gears a little bit and you guys are going to learn how to form formal commands, okay? And formal commands they come in two different varieties. They could be an usted command. That would be when I want to boss someone around that has power over me or that's higher up on the hierarchy. So for example, if I wanted to tell Miss Stewart that she needs to do something, I would give her a command, but I would do it in a polite way. Sometimes these are called formal commands or they're called polite commands. It's when you want to boss someone around that is higher up than you, okay? And then also you're going to learn how to form ustedes commands. Ustedes commands is what I would use with you guys as a class. So when I want to tell all of you, let's go to the lab, everyone take out a sheet of paper, guys get back in your seats. Those are ustedes commands when I want to boss around a group of people, okay? So first of all, let's talk about how to form an usted command. So this process should look pretty darn similar to what you did with the -2 command because it's the same thing. Good news. All right, you're going to take whatever verb you're dealing with and you're going to conjugate it to the yo form of the present tense. Then step 2 is going to be you're going to drop the O off of the ending. Remember, we do this because there are verbs that have irregularities in the yo form, whether they're yo-go verbs, like all the Vin Diesel has to say, all of those go verbs, or if they're stem changers, or if they have any other irregularity in the yo form, it's going to show there. That's why we always go to the yo form first and drop the O. Then the next thing you're going to do is reverse the natural L, ea, usted ending. So that means that now if I was dealing with an AR verb, it would now end with an E, or if the verb was an ER or IR verb, it would now end in an A. So let's do something really, really basic. We'll start with the verb hablar, speak, okay? So if I take hablar, H-A-B-L-O, put it in the yo form, drop the ending, and then I'm going to reverse its natural ending. It's an AR verb, so I'm going to put an E, hable, okay? Or if I took another basic verb like correr, run, if I tell someone above me and higher power to run, I would put corro with an O, I would drop the ending and then reverse it. It's an ER verb, so I'm going to put an A. Corra. Okay, hable and corra. Those are the usted commands. Okay, now something different is in two commands you had, we used a different form for the affirmative command. We used the LAO usted form in present tense, and then for the negatives, we had to go through this 4-step process of conjugating the yo, dropping the O off the ending, then reversing the to form, and then putting no in front. The good news is this. Usted and ustedes commands are the same exact thing, regardless of whether it's affirmative and negative. So this is telling you speak. If I'm telling you, no, don't speak right now, it's just going to be no hable. You just put no in front of it, and voila, you've got a negative command. It's the exact same thing from affirmatives and negatives. If I'm telling you, don't run, okay, don't run, you just had knee replacement surgery. What are you doing? Don't run. No corra. Okay? Now, the only thing that you really do have to remember is down here in the green and the red. And it pretty much works the exact same way that we used for two commands. If you've got an affirmative command and you're dealing with pronouns, okay, meaning those are your reflexive pronouns, okay, also DOPs or IOPs, okay? All of those are going to attach to the end of the command, okay? So remember, when you are in a positive, affirming relationship, you stick together. And remember, you accentuate one another. So if you're attaching one of those types of pronouns, you're going to count back 3 vowels, okay? 1, 2, and 3, and then put your accent on the 3rd vowel. If you happen to be attaching 2 different pronouns, so maybe you have a reflexive with a DOP or an IOP with a DOP, you would be counting back 4 vowels to accent. 1, 2, 3, 4, and put an accent. So that's for affirmative commands. Affirmative commands, you stick together, your pronouns attach. Now, alternately, if you're dealing at the very bottom here with a negative command, all of your pronouns are always going to go in front of the command. Okay, so remember, if you're in a negative relationship, you break apart. Okay? And then you put yourself first. Your pronoun is going to go at the front of that sentence, okay? Now, one other little caveat that we're going to have to talk about is reflexive commands. When they're in usted or ustedes commands, they're no longer two commands, so you're not going to use the pronoun te because te is the to reflexive pronoun. You're going to be using se. Okay, so let's do one example over here, kind of in the blank space. So if I tell you to stand up, that's levantar se. Okay, so before we were taking off the pronoun, we're changing se to te. I'm not going to change the se to te anymore because this is an usted command or an ustedes command. Both of them are going to continue with the se. So I'm going to take levantar, put it levanto, drop the ending, and then reverse it. So this would be levante, se. And then I've attached one pronoun, 1, 2, 3, levante se. That's how you tell someone formally to stand up. All right, if I tell you, don't stand up, I got it. Okay, I would say no, se, levante. Okay, so all I did was the pronoun, then got thrown in front of the command when it's negative. Okay, affirming, positive commands you attach. Negative commands always break apart no matter what. Okay, the other thing you've got to watch out for is, remember your dishes, okay, the dishes ones. These have irregular yo forms, and so they're going to have irregular endings. So dar, if you'll recall, in the to form was no dace, okay, was its negative. Now dar is actually going to go to day, okay, day with an accent, okay, that's to distinguish it from the other de, which is just other from. All right, so that's your command day. Ir, if you'll recall the negative to command was no vayas, so this one's just going to be vaya. All right, ser is going to go to se with an accent. Okay, aber, I don't even need you to worry about it for right now, so don't. You're not going to use aber as a command. Don't worry about it. All right, estar, if you'll recall it, went to no estes, so this is going to be este. And then saber went to sepas, no sepas in the negative to command, so it's going to be sepa. Now, literally all you got to do is, if you can make a negative to command, erase the s. That's all you're doing, okay? It's the exact same thing, you're just erasing the s off of a negative to command. Now, we need to talk for a second about ustedes commands, all right? Spoiler alert, it's the exact same thing. The only thing you're going to change is for AR verbs, rather than reversing the LA at usted ending, you're going to reverse the natural ellos, ellas, and ustedes endings. So your ustedes commands are going to end in en or an. So if I'm telling y'all, like y'all don't talk right now, doesn't matter because this is a video. You're not going to interrupt me anyway. No hablen. Or if I do want you to talk to me. I miss you guys. Hablen. It's the exact same thing for affirmative or negative forms. All right, if I'm telling y'all don't run in the halls, no corran en los pasillos. Okay, no corran. Or if I'm telling you it's PE class, you need to run right now, corran. Okay, it's the exact same thing, and it's going to follow the same rules for affirmative and negative commands. Now over here for your dishes, okay, here I'll put it in red. You're just going to add ends, okay? So dar will go to den. Now it does lose its accent because there's nothing else for it to be confused about. So the only reason we put the accent here was to differentiate it from the other word day. That's the exact same thing. All right, vaya will go to vayan. Se is going to go to seyan. Oh, actually, oh man, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. The affirmative usted command is seya. My bad. I'm sorry. Se was the to command. Vin Diesel has 10 Vepon se. My bad. I make mistakes. My B. Alright, so seya, and sorry, seyan. Don't worry about aber still. Este is going to go to esten. And sepa will go to sepan. Okay? Alright, so that's the irregulars there. And then always, we got to remember our cardars are verbs. So if I'm, saying, let's say, sakar, remember the C is going to go to a QU, okay, the G to a GU, and the Z to a C. So sakar will go to sake for an usted command, or it would go to saken for ustedes commands. Alright, llegar is going to go to llegue or lleguen. And then the last one, I didn't really leave myself a whole lot of space. We'll come down here. Comenzar. If I'm telling you to start something formally. Comience with the C, or comiencen. With an N on the end. Okay, that's your ustedes command. Alright, over here on this page, I've got some examples of how to form usted and ustedes commands. Okay, so levantarse, if I'm telling you to get up, I'm going to go to the yo form of levantar, levanto. I'm going to drop the O off the ending, and then I'm going to reverse. So levante, and then se is going to stay the exact same. Levante se, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's the usted command. Now what if I want to tell y'all, my group of students, all of y'all stand up? That's going to be levanten se. I'm going to keep the se, because you'll remember the reflexive pronouns were me, te, se, nos, os, and se. So I'm using se for both. Okay, that's why we're using the se there. Alright, and then that's ustedes. Alright, search for the book. Look for the book. Alright, so buscar on top of that is a car verb. So I'm going to go to yo form, busco. It'd be normally co, but I know that the c has to change to qu. Now I'm going to reverse the ending. Busque el libro. Look for the book. Or if I want to say search for it, I could also replace el libro as my DOP. That's lo. Búsquelo. 1, 2, 3. No, the U and the E, that's a diphthong. Busque. It's all one syllable. Okay, remember your accent needs to be on the verb part of the command. Búsquelo. Alright, if I'm telling y'all to look for it, busquenlo. 1, 2, 3. Alright, and then what happens if I make these negative commands? Okay, so this one would be no lo busque, or no lo busquen. Okay, affirmative commands we attach, negative commands, the pronoun always goes in front. And that would have been the same thing up here. So if I'm telling you, y'all don't stand up, no se levanten, or no se levante. Okay? Alright, watch the video before starting. Okay, remember ver is one of those irregulars. So it goes to veo, okay, so the reversing of the ending would be vea, el video, or I could replace watch it, el video with it. Véalo, okay, véalo, antes de empezar. Or to make that negative, no lo vea. For ustedes commands would be veanlo, or no lo vean. Okay? For put on the shoes, we're going to do, remember yo form is pongo. So pongo, I drop the O, reverse the ending, ponga. Póngase los zapatos, put the shoes on yourself. Okay? And then I could have also replaced los zapatos as los, put them on. So póngaselos. 1, 2, 3, 4. Póngaselos. Or to make it a negative command, no se los ponga. Alright, and then if I'm telling y'all, all of you students, to put on your shoes, okay, then it's going to be pongan se los, still counting back 1, 2, 3, 4 to my accent, or no se los pongan for your negatives. Alright, number 5, tell Martin hello. Okay, decir is another go verb, so digo, drop the O, reverse the ending, diga, le, a Martin, hola. So you could just say, dígale hola, tell him hello for me. Or, if you hate each other, don't tell him hello. No le diga hola. Don't tell him hi. Alright, same thing with ustedes. Digan le hola. Y'all tell him hello. Okay, oops, got my accent. There you go. Count back 3. Or no le digan. Okay? Alright, last one. Give me the homework tomorrow. Okay, this one's going to be deme la tarea, or no me de la tarea. Okay, and then for the negatives, it would be den me la tarea, or no me la den. All right, I'm gonna run out of